Hello, and welcome to today's episode of In the Moment. I'm your host, Michael Clark, certified life coach, former therapist, and owner of Clark Coaching Services. I was a therapist for 8 years of my career and have been a life coach for almost 2 years now. And I just want to give back and share my knowledge and experience with you to try to help navigate this thing we call life. Thank you in advance for listening, and I'm so glad you're here. Hey there. Welcome to the In the Moment podcast. I'm Michael Clark, a life coach and former therapist, and today I want to talk directly to the women out there who've ever opened a dating app with a sliver of hope and closed it an hour later feeling a mix of confusion, exhaustion, and maybe even a little heartbreak. If that's ever been you, this episode is for you. Let's just say it like it is. Dating apps can be brutal. So many women I work with tell me that they feel like just another profile pic in a never-ending sea of swipes. And what was supposed to make dating easier ends up making it feel transactional, surface level, even demoralizing at times. You might open an app hoping for real conversation, maybe something meaningful. And within minutes, you're hit with messages like, "You up? What are you into?" Or no message at all, just a ghost, gone as fast as they came. Sound familiar? I want to name some of the most common frustrations women face on dating apps, especially women in their late 20s through their 50s and 60s. Because let's be honest, these platforms are not necessarily designed with mature emotional connection in mind. Here are a few. Number one, ghosting. It's not just hurtful, it can trigger old wounds. 1 minute you're laughing, the next, radio silence. Number two, men who say they want a relationship but only are interested in sex. Number three, endless, quote unquote, texting pen pals who never make a move to meet. Number four, the isms, ageism, racism, sexism, whether overt or subtle. And number five, this is a big one, being emotionally available and punished for it and accused of being needy or too emotional. Those are just a few. There are many others, and if you're nodding your head, you're not alone. So let's unpack what's happening here. First off, the nature of these apps affects how people behave. There is nothing wrong with you. You are funny, beautiful, intelligent, and perfect just the way you are. But when there's always another option around the corner, people don't always slow down and engage with depth. That's not about you. That's about the platform. You are not broken. Also, there's a kind of disconnect between intent and behavior. A man may genuinely think he wants a relationship, but deep down, he's afraid of intimacy. So he flirts, connects, gets scared, and disappears. And many women, especially in their 30s and 40s and beyond, are showing up with emotional depth. They know what they want. They've worked on themselves, but they're bumping up against people who have not. And that mismatch is exhausting. And let's talk briefly about trauma. Not drama. I said trauma. There is a difference. Dating can unearth rejection wounds, abandonment fears, feelings of not being chosen. Add that to a screen full of filtered faces and mixed signals. And it's no wonder dating apps can feel more like emotional landmines than paths to connection. Let me say this clearly. You are not too emotional, too needy, too old, too curvy, too serious, too anything. The problem is not that you want something real. It's that you're trying to find something real in a space that wasn't exactly designed to foster it. And yet so many women still hold on to this quiet shame, like maybe if I were younger, prettier, funny, more casual. No, let's stop that script right now. And before we move on to some practical tools, I want to share something personal. Because even though I'm a coach and a man, I've been on the other side of this too. I've been out there genuinely wanting connection, showing up with emotional availability, listening, offering presence, vulnerability, and real, no holes barred, honest conversation. And what I've learned is that doesn't always land the way you'd expect it to. There have been times where I've been accused of love bombing or being too intense, when honestly, I was just being sincere, attentive, and present. One woman told me after just a second date that she couldn't see me anymore because I gave too much eye contact and that it felt unnatural. And I remember thinking, wow, we're really this used to being emotionally dodged that eye contact feels like a red flag? And don't get me wrong, I don't say that with any bitterness. I get it, I really do. Some of you listening have been let down, ghosted, misled, breadcrumbed, taken advantage of, and taken for granted so often that when someone finally shows up with real energy, it feels off. And that's the heartbreak of where dating culture is right now. There's a trust wound on both sides. So when I say I understand what you're feeling, not just as a coach, but as a person, I mean it. I've lived through it. I've felt that mix of hope, vulnerability, and rejection. I've questioned whether being emotionally available was too much. I'm not perfect by any means, and I have broken others' hearts, but I have also had my heart shattered into pieces where I had to fight just to get out of bed in the morning. Have I given up on love and dating? Of course not. I've learned both personally and professionally that you don't have to become harder or shielded just to survive dating. And you don't have to stop believing in something real. We can find a better way. All right, so what do we do? Let me offer a few tools and ideas here. Number one, set your own intention before you even open the app. Are you bored, lonely, curious, open-hearted? Know why you're there. Number two, practice micro boundaries. You don't owe anyone your energy or time. If someone starts with a sexual comment, unmatch, block, move on. Number three, pre-screen with voice or video. Hearing someone's voice can give you instant insight into their energy. Number four, use app filters to your advantage. Filter for intent. Some apps let you sort by looking for long term. Use that if it helps. Number five, give yourself emotional breaks. Dating apps are emotionally stimulating. If you're feeling drained, pause them for a weekend. Come back when you're feeling steady. Number six, work on your dating narrative. Sometimes we carry an old story like I always get ghosted or men my age only want younger women. And while those experiences are real, that story doesn't have to own you. Together, we can rewrite it. And number 7, finally, consider coaching. Yes, this is a shameless plug for the services that I offer. Sometimes you just need a sounding board, someone who's outside your circle but inside your corner. That's where I come in, and you know how to find me. In conclusion, look, I'm a life coach and a former therapist, and yes, I'm a man, but I've coached and supported women just like you navigating dating in this digital age. Some just got out of long-term relationships. Some are newly divorced or never married and wondering if it's too late. Spoiler alert, it's not too late. Here's what I offer: a safe, judgment-free place to unpack your experiences, a steady hand when your emotions feel like too much, honest, structured guidance to help you date with clarity, boundaries, and self-worth, and to be blunt, an insight into men. That in itself should get you to plug in clarkcoachingservices.com in your browser right now and reach out to me. I've had clients go from anxiety-filled swiping to feeling empowered, playful, and even meeting partners who actually show up for them. The difference wasn't luck. It was intention, support, and mindset. So if this episode spoke to you and you're tired of figuring this out alone, know that coaching might be the next right step. By the way, I'm currently in a happy relationship that has been going on for over half a year now with no end in sight. And we met on a dating app. Thanks for spending this time with me. I know it's not always easy to talk about this stuff, especially when so many women feel embarrassed or like they should have it figured out by now. You don't have to figure it out alone. If you want to learn more about working together or just want to say hi, please reach out. I'm here for you. Until next time, be kind to yourself out there. You're not too much. You're not too late. You're just getting started.